Hello, I'm Anne from Cozy Kingdom. I'm an energy advisor and I'm here today to talk to you about tariffs, understanding tariffs, so that you have a good idea of what you're talking about before you perhaps compare prices with other suppliers or go on a comparison website to find a new deal for yourself. Now, to understand tariffs, it's just another word for a contract that you might have with your supplier. And it's important that with any contract that you take out to know what you're taking on board. Basically, when you're looking at energy tariffs, you're looking at two types of different tariffs: a fixed rate tariff and a variable tariff, otherwise known as a standard tariff. You must first understand what an energy tariff is. It's what the energy supplier charges a customer for their gas and electricity. They're made up of two charges: your standing charge and your unit rate. Now, the standing charge is a price that you pay on a daily basis, regardless of how much energy you use, and that cover costs, for example, keeping your home connected to the grid, the maintenance of the line, and other related charges. Whereas the unit rate is the price that you pay for each unit of energy that you use, and this is given in pence per kilowatt hours. How much you will pay for your energy will depend on the tariff that you pick and your payment method, and where in the country you live. So there's two types of tariffs offered by suppliers. There's fixed and variable, as I mentioned at the beginning. And although there are others available, there's dual fuel, there's green, economy or prepayment, they're all variations of fixed or variable tariffs. Let us look at a fixed energy tariff first. These are called fixed rate plans. Now, these protect homes from rising prices in the energy industry for a fixed time. And they usually last, a contract would sometimes last 12 to 24, even 36 months. Now, for the duration of a fixed rate plan, your contract, standing charge and unit rate will be fixed for that time. So if the wholesale cost of energy rises, you won't be worrying about that. You'll be protected by that fixed rate that you have. However, it doesn't mean that the direct debit amount will be the same or fixed each month. The amount on the bill may change, as it depends on how many units of energy that you have used. The more energy units used, the bigger the bill will be. Fixed tariffs often charge exit fees for leaving the contract early. So for something you must remember, 49 days till the end of the contract, you are in actual fact free to switch to a new tariff or supplier. But if you do nothing, you'll be rolled onto a variable tariff, which will be dearer. So the pros and cons of a fixed tariff. Basically, you're protected from price rises since the unit price will stay the same even if the wholesale cost of energy increases. You can budget your money better, and nearly all energy suppliers offer a fixed tariff, making them highly competitive and sometimes usually the cheapest rates available. Some of the fixed tariffs include a dual fuel discount, which means you can save money by putting both your gas and electric on the same supplier. The downside, perhaps, if wholesale energy prices fall and your supplier now announces a price drop, unfortunately you won't benefit from it if you're on a fixed tariff. And this is because the unit rate you pay will stay the same. Unless, of course, you ask them to change to another tariff within what they offer. And there's always exit fees with a fixed rate tariff, and can be between £25 and £30 per fuel, so it could be expensive to leave them before the tariff ends. Unless, of course, you're making such a great saving that that doesn't matter. At the end of a fixed tariff, if you do nothing and don't look out the market for a better tariff, you will automatically be changed to a variable rate or standard tariff, which will be more expensive. Then, of course, there's the variable energy tariff. It's also called a standard variable tariff, and it's the most basic plan offered by suppliers. It's also the default option if you're at the end of your fixed tariff and you don't switch tariff or supplier. You'll automatically be rolled onto this one. Similarly, if you've just moved home or taken over the previous owner's energy supply, you're likely to be on a standard variable tariff. Unfortunately, they tend to be the most expensive tariffs, as the unit rate you pay for gas and electricity can vary depending on the wholesale energy market costs. It's good practice to keep comparing plans while on a variable tariff, because as your bill may grow each month, even if you use the same amount of energy, but as you're not tied into a contract, you can switch at any time for a better deal, usually and mostly without paying exit fees. Customers also on a standard variable tariff are also protected by the default tariff price cap, which is put into force by Ofgem. Now, as it happens, on the 1st of October 2020, the price cap has actually been set by Ofgem, has been lowered to £1,042 per household. Now, that means that 15 million people or so on default energy tariffs and prepayment meters would benefit from these changes, saving approximately £84 to £95 a year. Those facing particular financial difficulties and hardships due to COVID will see a big saving in their energy bills this winter because of this decision. But going back to the variable energy tariff, which there are pros and cons about being on one of these, one of the things that is very important, that if the cost of wholesale energy falls, the unit rate that you pay will fall also when being on a variable tariff. That's assuming you use the same amount of energy each month. It means you'll have a cheaper bill. If you use more, it's more expensive. It gives you more flexibility. There's no contract, so you can switch without exit fees whenever you want. It's slightly harder to budget. The risk that prices can go up or down makes it more difficult to budget from month to month. Variable tariffs often start with a low unit price rate, but there is no guarantee how long it will stay that way. So you also won't be protected if your supplier announces a price rise. Should you get a fixed or a variable tariff? Well, which one is best for you? That's a difficult question. You really have to look at your needs and your financial situation and how often you can compare the energy market for better deals. So if you're good at looking at comparison websites, then you'll get the answers easily and you can look at the different options that you have. If you can't pay by direct debit because of low income reasons, etc., it might be more difficult working out, what tariff is the best one for you. But again, that's where the Cozy Kingdom comes in. We're there to help you to do these things and to help you understand what's out there and how to go about changing deals with suppliers, etc. There are other tariff names you will have heard of: prepayment tariffs, where you pay for the energy before you use it by putting money on your key or your card. They're usually the most expensive way to pay for your energy, but give you total control over what you spend. Then there's the feed-in tariffs. If you generate your own electricity through solar panels, solar photovoltaic panels, you get paid by your current energy supplier for doing that, and you also get the use of some of the energy. There's also unlimited energy tariffs, which are fairly new on the market. Not many companies offer this, but more and more do offer this. It's based on your actual energy usage history of that particular client. An amount would be set in agreement with your energy supplier of how much you are likely to use in a year, and how you will pay would be agreed upon, offering quite good deals around, but it is usually with a fair bit of history behind you before a tariff like that can be set. Then there's online or paperless tariffs. There are more discounts that you can get because you are online, you're not having any papers, you're just using internet and email. There are discounts for using those type of tariffs as well. And then there's the green tariffs, which use all forms of renewable energy, and offering a price for doing that too. They're actually not too bad at the moment. They were originally quite expensive, but they are coming down. And then there's an Economy 7 and Economy 10 tariff, which is open for more people who are using storage heating. Basically, there's a day tariff and a nighttime tariff. And with one of them, Economy 10, there can be time of use tariff, which is an old tariff, but it's still around for many people. Again, it's about looking for the best tariffs you can find with different suppliers, as you can change and interact with other suppliers, as well as perhaps Scottish Power initially were the provider of those tariffs. Government research has consistently shown that standard variable tariffs are more expensive than fixed ones, with differences of 10% or more in recent years. So to get peace of mind on how much you will be paying for your energy, you might prefer a fixed tariff. They're less of a gamble, and you don't have to worry about price rises for the length of your contract. With so many fixed tariffs offered by suppliers, often they're the cheapest deals out there. The only main downside of fixed tariffs is early exit fees and the chance you'll miss out on a cheaper deal when they become available. So as you can see, both fixed and variable tariffs have their pros and cons. And the best type of tariff for you will depend on your financial situation, your willingness to take risks, and how often you compare the market for better deals. So talking about comparing the market, we at Cosy Kingdom advise our clients to use Citrus Switch, particularly if they are not keen to use internet or access internet or understand tariffs, sorting them all out, where Citrus Switch, a Scottish company, will do this for you. They can be found on, I'll give you the phone number right now, it's 0800 221 80 89. Or if you prefer, you can go online and look up energylinks.co.uk. They're a tariff finding comparison website, and it's quite an easy one to use. They're all easy to use, even on suppliers' websites. In fact, you just put your postcode in and to get a quote from them. But with Energy Links, you'll get all the comparisons and you'll get a good line out of and what the different options are with each tariff. Or you can use Money Saving Expert Guide or many other comparison websites. But whichever, do try it out rather than sit with a variable tariff when you could be saving more money by switching to another deal. What we also would recommend that no matter which tariff you choose or which energy supplier that you go to take note of your energy readings. You monitor your energy usage by taking your energy readings at the beginning of a contract and keeping an eye on them monthly, handing them in to begin with for at least for the first year you're with a company, so that you are monitoring your usage. And also, when you go to change a supplier, you know what you've used in the past to what you might use in the following year, unless, of course, family circumstances change. But do monitor your energy usage. So with all that in mind, bear in mind also that Cosy Kingdom is here to help you. You just need to give us a call. Our phone number is on this website. And if you want a visit from us or a phone call, we're happy to do that for you. So start having a look at the comparison websites and see how you get on. If it's something you feel you can't deal with, give us a call.